Hey Tina, how are you?
I'm good, CJ.
Do you have a minute for Mentor Mondays?
Of course I do.
All right, let's start with an easy one.
All right.
As a kid, what did you want to be when you grew up?
Oh, that's easy, a pilot. Started flying when I was 16. I got my private pilot's license. I went to an aviation school, but I ended up graduating with a degree in airport development, and I actually did work at McCarran Airport. At the time, it was McCarran Airport for 15 years.
How would you describe what it is that you do now?
All right, so now I'm in the world of economic development, which means different things to different people. But at its core, it's about growing our region's economy through attracting new businesses to our region and growing existing businesses. We have always depended on gaming and hospitality as our primary spigots of money into our local economy. And it's important to also bring in other spigots so that we're not solely reliant on one industry.
What are the 3 most valuable lessons you've learned in business or life?
All right, well, the first one that was most impactful for me is if you knew how often people think about you, you wouldn't care so much what they think about you. And especially as a young female, I think that's really important to recognize that it isn't about how you look. It isn't about the actual words that you say or the accuracy or how smart you seem, because people, they'll listen, but they're not going to remember and they're not going to be thinking about you later. So it kind of gives you this authority, this permission to speak up, knowing that people aren't hanging on your every word. I would say the other things that I've learned and that I would share with people is that it isn't so much about all the technical skills or your knowledge. It really is some of the things that require zero talent or zero technical skills. Things like work ethic, being on time, having the energy and putting in the effort, just being present, being coachable. Sometimes letting down the ego and being coachable, having a good attitude. These are things that even require any type of technical training. You do those and it gets noticed. And if you just do it like 5% more than anybody else in the office, you are definitely going to be noticed. And we have an intern right now who just meets all of those qualifications. Every time, I don't even know what her degree program is that she's working on, but whenever I walk by and talk with her, she is just so eager to learn more, to do more with this great energy and attitude. And I'm like, you're hired. As soon as you're done with your degree, you come and talk to us, whatever your degree's in. It might be in chemical engineering, I don't know, but we love her.
What are some key traits that a leader should have?
The hardest, it's only 2 words, but it is the hardest thing for all human beings, and that is active listening.
What are you looking forward
Really
to in the
hard
future?
to do. See, look, I just cut you off because I wasn't doing my active listening. What am I looking forward to in the future? Professionally, I'm looking forward to using and being a part of the LVGEA to convene the community, to really start to address the challenges that we've got: education, healthcare, our land and water scarcity issues, and workforce development. Personally, just in case you're interested, I am looking forward to hiking Mount Kilimanjaro, and I leave actually on Saturday to go to Africa. So, been training for a while. Very excited.
How do you stay motivated when faced with a challenge?
I would say friends are probably, both personally and professionally, those friends that are really truly friends, not workforce friends, they really care about you. And I only have 2. You don't need a lot of them, but those are the 2. When I lose motivation or when I'm down, it's those 2 people who, they're my cheerleaders and they keep me going.
What's the most important question to ask a mentor?
How do you do angry? How does anger show up and how do you manage it? Frustration, how do you manage frustration?
How do you manage frustration?
That was a trick, CJ. How do I handle frustration? Wow. There are times I don't do it that well. I think if you can push back those visceral emotions and really turn towards active listening, which is harder to do than say, that's when you know you've mastered it. And there are times I've been able to do that. I really have to coach myself through it, to distance your logical brain from your emotional brain and put on your listening ears.
Alrighty, Tina, thank you for spending your time and offering some wisdom to us today. We'll see you soon.
Thanks, CJ.
Bye-bye.